much love to everybody coming in right now who's been checking in. Y'all make sure hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell as you come in. Dog and Dave, we're back at it like a addict. You know what I'm saying? So, who are your sleepers for spring ball? Put them in the comments. Let us know right now. Dave, who are your sleepers for spring ball?
Man, I'll give you two. I'll give you two. Well, first, let me circle back to this last topic really quick, Big Dog, in terms of leadership.
All right.
The only people that are allowed to post merch at halftime, Dog and Dave. Dog and Dave, you can get your shirts at halftime. We'll be posting about that. Just want to get that out there. That's the only merch you should see for sale. Connected to CU, Dog and Dave merch at halftime. Now, let me go ahead and get into the sleepers. I'll start with one, I guess. A guy, because we don't have the full receiver room there yet. And who's to say that he can't jump into the top 3? Who's to say? He's got the natural ability. He isn't, true freshman this past year. Omarion Miller, man, we saw a little bit of flashes from him. It can be tough for freshmen to come on and see consistent playing time, especially with what we found out that he was asked to run like a ton of option routes that can be a little tough, for a freshman having to read the defense off the snap like that. And hopefully in this new system where there still are going to be option choice routes, all of that, but maybe Pat Shurmur simplifies things a little bit so that we could just focus on getting the best athletes on the field quicker, because I feel like that's where we didn't do ourselves any favors last year. As much as like I was hyped about Javon Antonio, calling him Calvin Johnson, he kind of ran like he ran like me out there in Calvin Johnson's body, man. Like we can't have that. So we just need Omarion Miller on the field. So count him in as one of those sleepers.
That man was battling some injuries last year. Shouts out to my guy Javon Antonio.
And he looked like it, man. I hope he got a knee replacement, hip replacement, everything.
Damn, dark side. Damn. All right. My sleepers for spring ball, DSD, Dark Side Dave.
Yep.
My sleeper for spring ball. There, you made me forget. Okay. Shimon Maytair, my tight end.
Dude, yes. We need a real tight end. Yeah, break it down for me, Big Dog.
Real tight end, can stay on the field all 4 downs, passing, running, play action, whatever it is. That intermediate big target for Shedeur is going to be huge, I think, for moving the chains and just the keeping the things going and not knowing whether we're going to be in a run situation or not, because a lot of times we can kind of say, hey, they're going to pass the ball because they don't want their tight end on the field in run blocking situations. So if he's on the field, he's in the slot, they're going to pass. If they bring in a bigger guy, we know that they're going to run. So they can kind of play that. And we had too many tips on offense last year with a consistent, true tight end who can do it all. That's going to keep the defense a lot more balanced, and that'll give us a lot more diversity in play calling, and to where our offense, Pat Shurmur, can be a lot more creative in calling these plays. But I think it makes us dangerous with him on the field. He can come from the fullback position or the tight end, H-back position. You can have Wester, Horn, and in some cases, Travis Hunter on the field at the same time. You can have Will Shepherd on the field, Marion Miller on the field. These young guys, Draylon Miller, Michael, and I like Jordan Onavoge, who came over the red shirt. He's been looking like a beast in the weight room, and that's a lot of times that's what keeps young freshmen off the field is the fact that they're not developed in the weight room yet. So to see him stacked the way he is, I've seen his film from high school. I know he has the ability to play. So, he might be able to crack the playing time. I
love that.
Crack the field this year at wide receiver this year. We'll see.
Let's. I also wanted to bring up with the tight end room, the receiving cores, everything like that. Thought it was really interesting. Morgan Pearson making a change to tight end because he was an athlete that I was really excited to see play linebacker, and I found that kind of interesting that it was Corey Phillips that approached him about making a position switch over to the offensive side of the ball. And I think Corey only does that if he feels like Morgan has a higher probability of getting on the field quicker and a higher ceiling, in terms of his impact that he can have on the team. So maybe, I mean, who's to say? I mean, we got Louis Passarello coming back, but I feel like the tight end room, of course I have Mateer being that starter, but who knows how the rest of that room really shakes out. And yeah, I know his mom commented on one of my videos, Big Dog, and she said he's 6'3", not 6'1". Can you verify how tall Morgan Pearson is? Because if he's 6'3", I'm not going to be calling him an undersized tight end if he's 6'1".
No, I would definitely say he's not 6'1". I say he's on the taller side because I feel like he was a taller linebacker at 6'3". Him and Victory Johnson are taller linebackers. So with him moving the tight end, and the word that I got was looking at his film, he has great hands, can run, can be a difference maker at the tight end slot spot because of his speed and his size, 6'3". So he came over as a recruit, as a wide receiver slash tight end. So they moved him to linebacker. With the other linebackers, more seasoned linebackers coming in now, and with the lack of depth at the tight end position, that was a move by Corey Phillip, director of player personnel, who knows these things and knows the guys that he's bringing in, not just, somebody, down the street who said, I think he should play. He's the guy that recruited these guys and brought them in. So he knows that they are their abilities. So with him saying and suggesting that he should go move over there, I think is a good thing for Pearson. And it's a avenue in a way to where he can get on the field. He'll be competing with Savell Smalls, who came over from defensive end, the tight end. Passarello, who dealt with some injuries last year.
Yeah.
Shimon Mateer, who's looking to be the starter. And I think they have a couple other guys back there at the tight end position. But that's pretty much a depth right there at the tight end spot.
And I think he's got the physicality. I mean, you see the hits that he was laying as a DB back there in high school, man. I feel like he can develop into a well-rounded tight end, somebody that can block and go and catch the ball.
Yeah, if he has no problem with being physical and he already has those receiver skills, he's going to be fine at that tight end spot. Favorite addition